All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. In this particular video, I want to touch on the upcoming famine. And once again, you have prophecies jumping straight off of the page. All right. As you can see it on your screen right there, it says coming food shortages in 2024. So we're going to go through this and get some precepts and you're going to see prophecy jumping off of the page. All right. And also, before we hop into this, I just want to show you an article right here in this article. This is finance.yahoo.com. It says we're still at risk for another everything shortage, an everything shortage. And I believe not too long ago, like last week, I was looking at somebody on Alex Jones' website, band.video, and they were talking about an everything shortage as well, that we're in an everything shortage. And when there's a shortage of something, a particular item, there's a price hike on that item. So if we have an everything shortage, there's going to be price hikes on what? Everything. All right. As a matter of fact, I typed in here in the Google search engine, are there price hikes when there's a shortage on an item or a shortage on something? And this was the answer. It says, in this situation, customers won't be able to buy as much of a good as they would like. Why? Let's go get into it. In response to the demand of the customers, producers will raise both the prices. See, they'll have to raise that price of their product and the quantity. See that? They are willing to supply. So they're going to change the price and the quantity of the item. All right. So if a pack of chicken used to be $12 for 15, now it will be $20 or $25 for 10 of them. You know, if you get what I'm saying. All right. Because there's a shortage on certain things. And yes, there is a shortage on chicken too. We're going to get into some of the things that there's a shortage on. All right. Just to name a few: wheat, flour, bread, eggs, chicken. All right. What else? Beef. See, that's a big one. Beef. I'm pretty sure you brothers, are noticing the climb in food prices when you go out and you go shopping. All right. You noticing the climb when you go out and you go to eat, because if food prices are climbing, when you go out to eat in restaurants and things like that, it's going to be more expensive as well. All right. We have butter shortages, tomato shortages, and that goes along with all of the products. Wheat, flour, bread, you see, it goes along with all of them. Canned foods. And the reason canned foods is going to be a shortage on canned foods is because there's an aluminum shortage. So all of this will cause what? Price hikes. All right. And this happened before in the past. What did the U.S. government do to combat price hikes and things like that? He started printing more and more money. All right. He started printing more and more money, causes inflation. All right. But anyway, let's get some precepts, and then we're going to get inside of the video. Let's get Ezekiel chapter 14, and let's start at verse 13, and we read. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, and Salakia for the sound in the background, I'm on a plantation, and if I get distracted, Salakia on that, I got to keep my head on a swivel when I'm out here. Ezekiel 14:13, and we read, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously. You see, when the land trespasses grievously. See, let me continue. Then will I stretch out mine hand upon it, and will break the staff of bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. So as you see right here, that the Lord uses famine as a form of punishment, man. And as you can see, this land is wicked as all hell. The whole earth is wicked because the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. And the Lord is going to send a famine. All right. There's a great famine coming here to America, man. Not just to America, there's famines coming worldwide. But there's a great famine coming here to America because people have this notion that America cannot fall, that America is going to last forever. Well, contrary to popular belief, America is going to go down, all right? America's circling the drain right now, and it's going to be destroyed off of the face of the earth by way of thermonuclear destruction, all right? But anyway, as we see right here, that the Lord uses famine to what? As a form of punishment, all right? To punish the wicked. So we see prophecy jumping off of the pages right here. Matter of fact, let's get inside of this video, and then we're going to get 2 Ezra 6:22.
Hey everybody, welcome to Goshen Prepping, a short video, and nevertheless a very important one because there's more articles out about possible, even probable shortages coming out this fall, this winter, and we have to be ready for this. We always want to keep on top of it. So stay through all this, make sure you have all these things stocked up, and let's get to it. 2024 food shortage predictions. Inputs for production become pricier, and so do the end products. Yep. This is caused by Europe, the Middle East, all the stuff happening in those areas. The cost of living is going up as well, not to mention droughts and storms, and of course, food prices become more expensive. So first listed, wheat, flour, and bread. We've talked about this many times.
See, wheat, flour, and bread. Global famine and droughts are causing shortages, man. The Most High is on the move, ain't he? You have global famine, droughts, man. Dang. That are affecting wheat, flour, and bread.
Because of Ukraine, but we also have global famines and droughts causing this. Because of this, the average cost of flour has already gone up 28%. We've certainly talked about rice. There's a worldwide rice shortage, droughts, floods, and extreme weather, partly because
You see that? There's a rice shortage. Prophecy jumping off of the page once again now. Keep in mind, when you're hearing all of these things, being listed, keep in mind the prophecy. As a matter of fact, let's grab one. Let's get 2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22, and we read. This is 2 Ezra 6 and 22, and we read. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. Where do you sow seeds at? You sow seeds on the farm. All right? The Lord said what? Those places are going to appear unsown. So when you look at that farm in the future, paint this picture in your mind. All right, the Lord is giving you a visual of how these farmlands are going to look in the future. They're going to appear unsown. There's not going to be no fruits, no vegetables. It's not going to be no people there sowing seed, man. It's not going to be nothing growing on there, man. All right, and the grocery stores get what? Their food and their vegetables. They get their meat and so forth and so on. The grocery store gets everything from what? The farms, right? So if these places are appearing unsown and there's no fruits, vegetables, and animals on there, then what? The full storehouses, shall suddenly be found empty. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. What is the full storehouses? You're talking about Costco's, your Sam's Clubs, things like that. Even down to your super Walmart, your shopping saves, man. Your Dollar Generals, man, all of them. And the warehouses they get their stuff from. All of it empty. All right, so one day people are going to get up and walk inside of the grocery store. All right, they're going to be hearing about it. They're going to be feeling the inflation too. So then it's not going to just hit them out of the blue. They're going to see it happening. They're going to feel it happening. But one day they're going to go inside of the grocery store, and what's going to happen? There's going to be nothing on the shelves, man. It's going to be found empty, right? It says, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. So, Salakia. So when you hearing these things be listed, in this video, keep in mind what? The prophecy, man. Prophecies are jumping straight off of the page. So let's continue.
as the demand for wheat, now people have been going into rice, pushing prices higher. Not to mention, if you didn't know it, India has an export ban on rice as well. And besides canned food, I always talk about get lots and lots and lots of rice and beans, right? Dry rice, dry beans. It's amazing how inexpensive it is, stores incredibly well. It is like the perfect prepping food as long as you have enough essential fats coming in, and that's where canned food comes in. Eggs, yep, we talked about the avian flu. There's not a whole lot of problems going on right now, but they said in global egg production, there's a problem. And they say not only is the direct production of eggs at risk, but the perceived threat can also trigger changes in the behavior. Therefore, we have not just a steady demand, but a fluctuations in demand. Same thing with chicken. Avian flu has caused a problem in the production of chicken as well, both supply and pricing. They say there's a delicate balance in the poultry industry where the health of the birds directly impacts the availability and cost of, here it is, essential protein sources, including eggs and chicken meat. And eggs and chicken are preppers' best friends. Eggs, the perfect food. And chicken is an inexpensive meat, well, typically anyway, to be able to prep and carry on. Cooking oil, seed oil.
Before we go on, let's talk about the chicken. All right? There's a chicken shortage. And avian bird flu, it killed millions of egg-laying chickens. All right, so this is going to cause what? A hike in the price of chickens, also in eggs. All right, we heard of eggflation, shortage of eggs. So guess what? You have the price of eggs rising. Right, and as of November 2023, and the avian bird flu outbreak started affecting these chickens February 2022. All right, that was the outbreak. So as of November 2023, over 61 million chickens have been killed by the avian bird flu. So right there should let you know what's happening now. All right, this is going to cause a hike in what? The prices. All right. So this is prophecy jumping off of the page once again, man. We see America circling the drain. We seeing the famine come. All right. And we're seeing what does the U.S. want to do? They print more and more and more and more money. And the more money that the U.S. keeps printing, the less valuable the dollar is going to be. All right. Eventually, they're going to have to ditch the dollar. All right. Eventually, the dollar is going to collapse. And they're going to bring in a new form of currency, which is going to be digital currency. All right. But hey, we seeing this, prophecy jump off the page, right? This is a shortage of everything. And the prophecy says what in 2 Ezra 6:22? That suddenly the full storehouses are going to be found empty. Why? Because the sown places are going to appear unsown. All right. No, I confused that. I switched that up. But you get the point. Let's continue.
And olive oil. First off, my input, drop the seed oils. They're so bad for you. Olive oil is where it's at. And they even say that too. Look, we don't eat seed oils, but they prefer lard. I don't eat that either. But ghee and real fats, that's where it's at. But a good quality olive oil, which is a huge thing. But we have problems with weather in Italy, therefore a reduced production of olive oil. And unfortunately, for people who do use like vegetable oil, soy, canola, corn oils, they're having continued price hikes as well, blame it on poor harvest and severe weather. And in our house, we do love olive oil, coconut oil and such, but one of the things we love to cook in, butter. And that's the next shortage, butter. Dairy farms have been shutting down across the United States, paving the way for more frequent dairy shortages. Yep, that is true. Tomatoes. There's a shortage of tomatoes, if you didn't know. And of course, all the products made with tomatoes, sauces, canned tomato products, etc., causing potential price hikes. And this is the big one, beef. Feed cost, water scarcity, not to mention the continued attack on those of us who love to eat beef. As farmers are liquidating and exit ranching, there are price fluctuations. No, there are major price rises in beef. Beef's getting really expensive. And if you notice beef prices are dropping at some store, you might want to actually get a chest freezer and stock up. Prices won't stay down for long. Yes, obviously, storage. You want to be able to store your meat. Freezer's good, obviously, but if you can learn to can, a canner is a really good investment, and can your meat and your beef and stuff. That way it stays practically forever without refrigeration. Oh, here we go, canned foods. The continued increasing cost and scarcity of aluminum is making canned goods more expensive. Canned tuna and other sources of quality protein are likely to see price increases just because of the cans. For sure. And I always talk about canned food being the perfect prepping thing. It lasts practically indefinitely. I have lots of videos about that too. But not to mention rising costs of ingredients and packaging are also impacting pet foods. And this is something a lot of people don't take in consideration, is making sure you stockpile.
Salakia, I am on a plantation, so I'm going to have to cut this one short. But I hope you were edified. And with that, I'm going to say, Shalom.